That's it. You cut it off. You can go all the way through.
I think I pressed the wrong one. I used to have the whole thing on there. I got this one.
Does this mic work?
What's going on Facebook?
I'll never be able to show my face in public ever again. I'll never be able to call myself a Gypsy King anymore. Producer Joe weightlifter and a football player.
I like this one.
I got Fury by knockout next time, bro.
By knockout?
Yep. Not two, but
late rounds?
mid. Nah, mid, cause soon as Wilder gets desperate, he'll start forcing that knockout.
Here's. That's the one I like. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit.
Can you hear it?
Don't speak.
You need your mic.
You need the earphone.
That's the one I need. That's the one I like. Can you get it?
I'm trying to put it under there, man.
You heard it already. They try to block it, and I disputed it, saying it's license free,
And they let
it's
you.
everyone can use it, and they replied back, okay, we grant you permission.
They blocked me on that. Shit, I like hearing the earphones. I need some earphones, man. They blocked our fight we had on the zone. They blocked. I used it, and they blocked it. And Ms. Rice did the same thing. How you gonna block a motherfucker who's fighting? And so they undid it.
All right, man. If y'all ain't crunk after that, you need to go back to sleep, man.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Good morning, Facebook. It's your boy, Man Fresh.
Coach Derek, and we got this. We got my partner Gabe's young apprentice right here. Apostle, what's going on, brother?
How y'all doing, man? How you doing?
Apostle ARIAS. What's your? Is it the Mambo or Mamba?
Yeah, the Mamba. The Mamba.
The Mamba.
That's a
Yeah,
good
Mamba.
name for this kid because I seen the logo and I said, yeah, this motherfucker fights. He strikes just like a fucking snake, man. I said that feels good.
Well, really, man, it was every reason but the way I fight.
Oh shit.
Because man, growing up, basketball was basketball was my
Mamba.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his world right there.
I started
Basketball.
playing basketball. My first word was ball. Like, it wasn't mom, pop. I mean, the mom, dad. My mom's would probably tell me like it was ball. It was ball. So I started off, playing basketball like 2 or 3 years old, and then
That was your
Kobe.
guy.
Kobe was he was the dude for me. So
That was a bad dude, man.
it was more of an inspirational purpose for me, and man, really, I wouldn't love boxing the way I do if I didn't love basketball the way I did. You know what I mean? And so
What was the man? That's a leap. Basketball to fighting. So what was the athletic competitive athletic endeavor or what?
competitiveness. But I mean, I play basketball a lot.
Still.
No, I ain't been playing as much anymore because of my last injury. But I'm saying
it piqued your athletic interest.
Yeah, but I'm saying I play basketball a lot like the way I fight. I really.
Well, he's talking Mamba. He's
So the
talking
Mamba
Black
fits though.
Yeah,
He fights like he basketball, man.
It's an attitude.
Yeah, and
it's a way of attacking the game, and that's at least the way Kobe has marketed and branded.
I never knew why he was called
that.
The Black Mamba is, well, I'll tell you why. Not to get too away from boxing, but like he's talking about Kobe as one of his heroes and looking up to it. That's the same way Kobe looked at Jordan. And when Kobe was growing up, Jordan was called the Black Panther. He was just sexy fucking the way he played ball. Oh yeah, he was the Black Panther.
I was playing basketball and watching basketball. I ain't never heard nobody call him the Black
Neither, I
Panther.
never heard that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look it up. He was
I believe you.
Me
You
and
from
Mike-
Chicago.
Yeah, me and Mike used to smoke cigars and
I can't stand it. But go ahead.
So when he came out, and he was playing when he first played against Michael. He knew he had to match that mentality and that attitude, and that's how the Black
only
Mamba,
way to be competitive.
And he
right.
did nothing but up it. So I mean, he just
Black Mamba, and so it's an attitude.
It's
it's a work ethic.
The only Black Mamba
Exactly.
I knew of was before Kobe. Of course, I heard the Kobe thing because my kids was playing ball around the time. But Roger Mayweather called himself the Black Mamba when he was a fighter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I can't say that I even knew what it was. I didn't even know it was a snake or nothing.
Yeah.
But and then I ain't hear of that again till Kobe Bryant. And one of my daughters loved Kobe, man. That was a fucking purple and gold bullshit all around my house, man. Hate the Lakers, bro. But you know who I hate worse than the Lakers? Chicago Bulls, bro. Because Michael Jordan, bro, ruined the game, man.
Yeah, he did.
He was. I love basketball. I was raised on basketball too. And the funny thing is, when I was a kid, the Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just was a hero of mine, right? And the older I got, I had different players I liked or whatever. But when that damn Michael Jordan came, bro, that shit was like it wasn't even fair, man.
Well, I was like
it was
you.
unreal.
I was like you. I was a big Boston Celtics guy. My favorite player was fucking Larry Bird. That dude,
Right.
anything he threw in the fucking air. I mean, that dude, anything he threw in the air was going in the fucking basket.
Right.
And I loved watching.
And definition of blue collar player, hard working player that gets the job done against better athletes.
And he wasn't afraid to fight.
Right.
He wasn't afraid.
So I grew up in that Lakers Celtics rivalry, right? And man, it was glorious. But then this fucking Michael Jordan came, bro. And
Just wrecked shop on everybody.
I'm telling you,
Over the game.
man. Imagine who's in boxing, who's the most dominant of that you've been like. How old are you?
20.
20. In 20 years, in your time of watching, participating in boxing, who would you say is the most dominant fighter
Right now,
of your time? Yeah,
of my time. Ooh.
just they could have retired
Who was influenced? Who was
2 years
influenced
ago,
you?
or whatever. Just period. Just when I say dominant fighter, who you thinking of?
Man,
There's no wrong answer. bro.
probably Mike. Yeah, as far as like dominance, but
Mike Tyson?
yeah, Mike. Tyson.
Okay, that's fine. Imagine Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson you know, and then a motherfucker comes by and dominates him,
Yeah.
and you go, how is that even possible?
Which happened. Yeah, eventually,
Right,
eventually.
but so like Magic Johnson did shit with the basketball, bro. That was innovative, unbelievable, and almost like magic, right? And like he said, the legend, he'll shoot that bitch from behind the goal, around the goal, on the other side of the court, and then here come this motherfucker walking on air and shit, man. Because you remember when Dr. J was the air guy? He was the guy who could float and all that. Man, this Michael Jordan came, bro. So you know what? I just turned the TV off, man. Why fucking watch the shit, bro? That dude ran me away from basketball.
I
man.
mean, shit. I was
You from Chicago,
I was all in.
I used to pray the Bulls plane go down, bro, on the way to the. Because to me, I'm clear who I think is the greatest basketball player ever, but I only watched it till like the mid '90s, and then I couldn't. I have teams. I liked the Spurs when they had a big fundamental. I like and I've always been a Celtics fan since I've been an adult, and I watch it postseason. I keep up with them during the season, postseason when it gets serious.
Yeah.
But as far as a diehard basketball fan, man, when that dude came around, man, it's like I watched this motherfucker, bro, one time hit like about 6 3-pointers, bro, in a row,
Yeah.
run by the TV camera, and I swear he was looking at me. I said, fuck this dude, man. Hey, I watched him shoot a free throw. I watched this bastard shoot a free throw, close his eyes, in the middle of a real game, close his eyes, squish. Man, turn the fucking TV off, man. I wouldn't find something else to look at. I wouldn't watch cooking shows or something. It ain't even fair, bro. But nah, I think he was the greatest thing I ever seen play. Definitely, man.
And Kobe.
And that's how I felt. Like I was like, man, Kobe is like. I was like, man, Michael Jordan, but it was like Kobe is like, whoa.
He was there. He was there so you can watch. You were able to catch him on TV.
Yeah.
So growing up, that's who you had, and he was a great player, hands down.
Yeah.
So you're 20 years old.
Yeah.
And so you were born dribbling in basketball, and so how long were you playing ball until you transitioned over to boxing?
Oh, I've been fighting since I was the same age, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started really, really young.
Put that internet on there.
So I wasn't boxing, but I mean, I've done it from mixed martial arts to jiu-jitsu to Muay Thai.
Oh, you just athlete then.
And I did that, man. Started playing football at around the age of 8, 9. I mean, but I've been fighting and playing. Well, I actually started fighting first, and then the year after that, then I was old enough to play basketball. But I still started playing basketball first, just not on the team.
Nice.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I've been fighting since I was a baby.
How did you get your first pair of gloves on your hand? Tell us the story. How'd
you start about it?
Fighting as a kid.
Yeah, boxing, yeah.
Oh, boxing.
Like your dad box? Anybody box?
Nobody boxing.
What made you say bring me to a boxing gym?
I got bored of martial arts. I won state at a really young age in martial arts, and then I was like, man, I was always jumping. Like I said, I named off some things that I did. Mm-hmm. So I would do this for a little bit, then I would jump to something else, then I'd jump to something else, and then around the age 11 or 12, I ended up I won state, and I think I was doing taekwondo. I did taekwondo, and I had won state, and then I was like, all right, well, let's do something else. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I went to the boxing gym. I went to the local boxing gym. I went in, and it was only open for 6 months at the time. Well, at least in Porter. Mm-hmm. I walked in, and man, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it, man. I was like, whoa, where have I been at? Why haven't I been doing this? But at the same time, I wouldn't be the same boxer if it wasn't for the martial arts that I did before that. You know what I mean? I'd be a different boxer. So it kind of benefited me going in. And man, I fell in love with him. Just the workout part of it, the different. It's just a different competitiveness because it's more of a sport. It's more of a sport, and you have to. It's more. You got to use your head more.
This is interesting to me because I get questioned nine boxing people, right? Just parents, and they ask me about should I put my kid in boxing? Should I put him in karate or whatever? And to me, it's very interesting to me for to see the kids who started martial arts like karate school, and the ones who make it over the not just boxing, but like you said, the mixed martial arts and whatever version, But I think would you say the karate schools are the most predominant? You see them in every space. So, what part of that karate stuff did you think helped prepare, or that you still utilize in your transition to boxing? What was the most valuable? Is what I'm asking, because I don't have that understanding. I'm interested in it.
It's more than using your hands and the way you fight. They really try to. It's more of a mentality first. They teach you discipline. They teach you respect. And actually, I think that's what we did. Was our thing at the beginning of class was discipline, respect, whatever. But in my opinion, I think you should start your kids off in karate first, or some type of preferably karate because the confidence it gives you. So a lot of times, some kids will come into a boxing gym and they're shy, and it's hard to bring it out. And not all coaches know how to bring that out. And then in karate, their main thing is to bring that tiger out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they work on bringing that out first and giving that kid confidence. And it's like I said, it's not as much of a sport. It's more,
building
and
blocks,
and it's the little things. It's the little things as far as that. And but for me, it was that, and it was so a lot of my style. I can do things that they're not easy to do for some people. As far as
you incorporate
the way I use my body
right.
is a big one. The way I use my body is because of it, and I couldn't just take what I was and to be the boxer I am now, I had to break those, those habits stuff. But it wasn't until, Gabe came around where I actually started being a better boxer, but still trying to use the little things
that you had.
That I had. Yeah.
I'm always look. I have a certain philosophy on fighting, like every trainer. But I'm also always putting. Imagine this 20-year-old boy. I'm about to ask him some shit I want to learn. Because I feel it's very, very ignorant. Like in my years of fighting, I can see shit that's stupid and I don't value it. I'm like, that shit's silly. I get it all the time on social media. Coach, what do you think of this? Coach, what do you think of that? Coach, what do you think? And it may be, sure, that looks good for hand-eye coordination, but then you do this a million times and look what you're doing as far as fundamentals,
Yeah.
But, so, my question to you is this here, man. In karate school, like you said, the discipline and those things are valuable. In the karate fighting, the sparring aspect of it, the kids ain't really getting, I'm sure, do they get really hit hard? Or is that not the object? If a kid gets knocked out in the karate sparring, it's an accident. Or no?
Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah.
See, I'm evolving even at this age, bro.
But even we still, just like we do gyms now, we travel, go spar. They do the same thing. Not as much, nowhere near as much, but then it gets a little bit more competitive.
Okay, to me, I'm evolving to the point where I think it's very valuable. I've always been this way, but even more so. The less times you get hit in the head, the better, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. And so if in schools, and we need to hook up with my dude, he's got the Kung Fu, he got a Kung Fu school, bro. He's in like the Kung Fu museum and shit for training people. But I like how maybe you learning striking and stuff like that. And I know it's not the same as boxing, but if they able to do it without getting hit while kids are young, I think it's valuable. Now, I'm speaking out my ass because I don't know shit about karate school, but I'm evolving to the point where if a kid can have fun learning to fight and not really be getting beat up,
getting hurt,
like you do in the boxing gym.
Exactly.
Because even when I'm protecting you, you getting beat up.
Yeah,
I'm just protecting you.
Making sure you don't get too bad.
Beat up no more. that's enough. A little bloody nose will help him for the next time. But I would love to study the martial arts aspect, not to help my boxing. It doesn't, in my world, it doesn't cross over. But from that aspect of the training aspect, where they don't get the kids hurt as much,
getting used to the physical. Getting used to the conditioning, the training, the striking, and all that stuff.
So when I get the questions, Coach, should I put my 9-year-old boy in karate? I'll bring him to the boxing gym. 10 years ago, fucking boxing gym, they ain't fighting over there. Get your kid hurt. You better teach him how to punch. Totally negating the fact that maybe this kid gets in the boxing gym and he says, "Fuck that. I'm out of here." You know what I'm saying? Because he never did catch on to defending himself and getting beat up. Though none of my fighters will tell you, I'm not, only outside sparring we go at it. But in-house, you ain't finna beat each other up. That ain't what we're here for. But unless we have a challenge. But I'm very interested in that, man. The martial arts. I think it's almost like philosophies, maybe. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
So
I just like Karate Kid when I was growing up, but I don't know.
It's like going off what you're saying. This boxing shit, man. It's more mental than it is physical.
It's grueling.
It's more mental than it is physical, and
right there.
And then that's what they worry about first. Not putting you in front of a mirror and teaching you boxing, and then a month or two later, put you in the ring, see how you look, and then boom, 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 I don't want to box anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
They worry about that first, and then that's big because that's the main thing in boxing, is the mental, and they worry about that first. And after you do that, get yourself into boxing and go to boxing because it's completely different. But you see all these guys in boxing that have so much talent. Like, man, you have all the talent in the world. You just don't got it right here. You just not strong enough right here.
Right.
And then that's what they worry about first, and that's the biggest thing. Because growing up, I was an aggressive kid, but I was a nice kid. But I mean, I got bullied in school. You know what I mean?
Right.
And little, first grade, pre-K, kindergarten. I mean, so doing karate helped that, and I even lost maybe like first couple of my karate fights, because I was just so shy. Right. But then out of nowhere, it just came out of me. Yeah, it just came out of me. Then learning how to use the stick, and having the nut, man, it's fun. It's a fun learning process. But man, really, it just teaches you a lot up here.
I think
as a person, you find yourself as a person more. So
everybody has that bullying story.
Yeah.
And I know for me, we box so young, and it being in the family, amateurs, professionals, everything. So I remember it had to be middle school time, and it was an older kid. I might have been in 6th grade. Middle school for me was 6, 7, and 8. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was like 6th grade, skinny kid, small runt, and it was an older kid. We was in the band room where they keep the instruments. I was probably back there sniffing some little girl or something, but and this older kid bumped into me, like bullied, and it confused the shit out of me, man, because I was like, because every kid, no matter if you know how to kick the shit out of them, punch them, size, you look at this, oh shit, can I get him? But it was more confusing, like, is this guy bullying me? Is this what bullying is? And I remember just, I said, look, man, come on, bro. And he did it again, and I beat him up. In the fucking band room, I beat the shit out of this kid. I'm talking about he was leaking and shit for a school-age fight. Yeah. I beat the shit out because he didn't have no clue how to defend himself. But I say that to say this. I was scared. I was genuinely scared. He was a bully. He was trying to bully me. Now, he didn't know we boxed. He learned we boxed out of me being scared. And I'm talking about, I probably hit him 6 or 7 unanswered times. When he was on the ground, on his knees, I'm still, because he was a lot bigger than me. And it was so confusing for me. Like, I almost expected him to know, you can't bully me, I'm going to punch you. Even if you whoop me, I'm going to punch you. I got to spar bigger kids. But so I imagine kids without that, right, who don't go to the karate school or the boxing gym or have, a dad or uncle who taught you how to defend yourself, that puts kids in a bad position, man. Because maybe they would fight if they had any kind of confidence that they could defend themselves. But they don't, so the bigger, stronger kid just picks on them and shit, man. So that's why I think it's imperative kids learn to protect themselves from bullying. Yeah. So my question be, when them parents ask me, I half-ass want to tell them, man, go to karate school first and learn some discipline, some fitness, and maybe they can learn to kick somebody hard or something to at least feel like I can defend myself. Because even if you lose, man, if you fought, it ain't that bad. You could feel like, yeah, bitch, but I kicked the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. And then, cause this boxing thing is so hard, bro, that only a small, I'm sure it's hundreds. I'm sure by now it's hundreds of kids I done trained to fight, right? How many stuck with 2% maybe, 1%? But hopefully the ones who stuck around 6 months or a year learned how to throw a right hand, keep your chin down. You know what I'm saying? And they kept that with them. I remember there was this white kid came to the gym. He was a man. And he was getting bullied, bro, on the job. And he was like, I said, man, what are you doing here, bro? Because it was this white kid from a good family in Katy when I first came to Katy. And he told me straight up, coach, fucking dude fucking with me, bro, and I ain't never fought, This kid stuck around the gym. It's a good story. I stuck around the gym for about a year. And we took an amateur fight. We fought in Savannah at a Savannah show. He lost, but pitched a bitch. He was right there with the guy. He was right. They was both newcomers. Mm-hmm. But he pitched a bitch, bro. And after that fight, we came back to the gym. He showed back up and he said, man, I want to do it again. You know, let me get a win. I said, all right. And he hung in the gym again. We got a fight, and he went and the poor kid, you know, I don't say robberies. If the judges go against you, you got to deal with it. But this one, after that one, he lost. After that one, he said, Coach, you think I lost, man? I said, nah, not really. And I just seen a thing come over his face like I'm good now.
Yeah.
I could fight these motherfuckers. And he told me, he was like, all right, I got to go offshore. I'm going to take this offshore job. And I ain't seen him. Last year, bro. This was fucking 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I'm in Buckets, bro, getting gas. And white dude walked up to me. Coach, I looked, and I didn't recognize him because 10 years, a kid that's 20 or 30, it's two different things, right? He's more managed now.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you know, I get that shit a lot. Half the time, I don't know.
So many kids.
I have no clue who they are. And he said, man, it's me, such and such. I said, God damn, bro, how you doing? He said, man, I'm married. You know, just that. Thank you, bro. And walked up. I say, fuck, man, that's worth being any Golden Glove championship, because this was a 20-year-old grown adult male who said, I'm not standing for this shit. What do I do? He went and found a gym, fought, had some amateur fight, and now he'll teach his sons what I taught him and say, they may never box a Christmas gift, but he'll say, this is how you throw your right hand, this is how you get your chin down. So I think that karate school is valuable. Yeah. Because especially if you're not I'm not saying it's easy. I pick on karate and all the other shit, but it's just picking. Yeah. But I think it's valuable, bro. And you telling me it is. You telling me, yeah, man, I did that shit, and it crosses over. And then once I had to really engage in fist fighting, right? Then I'm better for it. I'm all the better for it.
You know, one of the things that we see, I see, and I'm sure you see it too. You know, with a lot of the young kids and even people who walk in the gym that never boxed before, if you throw, you know, a punch or something and you just get them to get in their stance, they'll flinch, right? So, you know, when they're doing these other martial art, you know, sports and whatnot, it'll get them used to seeing a punch coming, a strike coming, you know, getting physical. So when, you know, by the time they get into a boxing ring and their punches get
because you gotta catch and block and shit in karate, right?
Yeah, and even like the workouts, they're nowhere near as hard as boxing. I mean, it's a lot of stretching. I mean, and so a lot of times too, that's another thing that draws these kids away from boxing. They're like, whoa, man, this is a lot. This is tough.
It's abuse.
It is tough on your body, on your mind. So it's a perfect start in my opinion.
So how long you did the taekwondo? How long you did that?
So I did taekwondo and like mixed martial arts that were just like that. 12 years? Well, 12. I mean, sorry, about 9 years. But in between that, I mean, I did like a jiu-jitsu thing, and then they had like a Muay Thai thing. I had a taekwondo, so I was doing that. So I mean, I learned it all.
Absolutely. But people don't understand boxing with martial art too, but you did.
I'm a fighter, man.
You did
I'm a fighter.
That jiu-jitsu shit, man. I can't tell.
And I mean, I'm not gonna say I did jiu-jitsu. I mean, I learned a little bit of it. The coaches were all right. I did a little bit. I didn't do it for more than 5-6 months.
How would you describe jiu-jitsu? It's the art of what?
Man, I can't give you that because I'm not gonna. I did it for a little bit, but I'm not saying like I'm a jiu-jitsu fighter.
Right, I'm not charging that you're an expert. No, I'm just saying I don't know shit.
Yeah,
but he's saying what is jiu-jitsu, and I would say it's like grappling with locks, right?
Yeah,
like locks and strangles and shit.
It's not
a striking.
No,
really.
No. It's just
like taekwondo would be a striking, kicking,
striking. Yes.
And then jiu-jitsu is a grappling thing, and you got to get into like that. I guess Muay Thai is striking.
It's fucking brutal. That's what it is.
Yeah, bro. So, man, I done covered on podcasts before my little foray into being inquisitive about that shit and knowing right off the. There's some people out here, bro. You don't need to fight, man,
Right.
because if they can do that shit, man, and you don't recognize what's fitting to happen, you know, your arm will work the wrong way for the rest of your life, man.
Doesn't Conor fight today?
Yeah. They Conor McGregor is fighting that I don't know who he's fighting, but
He's always exciting.
Yeah, but I'm watching J-Rock tonight. I'll catch the replay. You finna see some real pugilism tonight if you watch
J-Rock fighting tonight?
Yeah. In Philly. He's fighting this guy. He's only got one loss. They call him Banana, but his name is
I switched my mind.
I could call it. But yeah, man, I said the other day, man, you young boxers, man, if you want to see a young master, you know, he's still a young guy, but a very educated boxer.
Yeah.
Don't miss Junior Williams.
I like what you posted the other day when he was saying at that press conference.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm gonna tell you, J-Rock just happens to be a Muslim man, but that's how he thinks too.
Yeah.
He's like, he told the other guy's coach said, we ain't got nothing to lose, we gonna win, you know. And J-Rock said, nah, coach, you don't have nothing to lose. This dude can die, man. I can die.
Yeah.
That's the wrong way to look at this shit.
He's
Protect
like,
your guy.
You ain't there taking these punches.
Yeah, but that's who he seems to be. That guy, very a logical dude. So 9 years, and then what you just said, Miles, bring me to the boxing gym. Or did you know somebody that was boxing? Or
Well, the boxing gym opened right there in my hometown in Porter. Like I said, it had only been around like 6 months, and then not to mention, you know, going to my grandma's, you know, every day, and you pass by it,
you see
every day. And so we're just like, you know, it's there. My dad's like, you know, wanted to see me try it out. We went in there, and then it was amazing, man. I loved it. And then, but still, I still had that love because so this is how it went. I'm not gonna say I did it consistently for 9 years. So this is how it went. So if I wasn't in basketball season,
right,
or football season, or between seasons, I went right back in a gym of, you know, martial arts, some type of martial arts gym.
Right.
So whenever I wasn't hooping or playing football, then I was in a martial arts gym. So, you know, even up until maybe like 8th grade, 9th grade, I still was the same. So I would box. Yeah, I went to the boxing gym, but shit, basketball season came around and I'm gone. I was out, yeah. And then right after that, I'd come back. I'd come right back. So I was always really, really active, nonstop.
Athlete.
So, yeah.
What
Porter, where's Porter?
Porter, Texas? That's up north.
Montgomery County.
Oh, so it's up there?
Montgomery County.
Okay.
Montgomery County? No, where are you saying?
Montgomery County.
Montgomery County.
Yeah.
Colorado and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, so I mean, I did it for a really long time, and then it wasn't until
How long before you started fighting amateurly? So you walked in the gym. How long did you train before your coach said, "Okay, you're ready to start"? Did you start your first fight at Golden Gloves?
Yep, I started my first fights were at Golden Gloves. My first fights were at Golden Gloves. I think I had just turned 16.
Oh, okay.
I think I had just turned 16. Like I said, I didn't want to compete with it. It was just something for me to do to get ready for basketball season.
Mm-hmm.
And then so really, I didn't start getting serious with boxing until I was realizing, like, man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty little, man. I'm 5'7". I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything with this boxing shit. So I am with this basketball. With this basketball thing. So
physically,
yeah,
do something, right?
yeah, physics. So I was like, man, you know,
man, you wasn't
but you know, I was like, man, you know, I
No, Muggsy Bogues that.
I love
you remember him?
I was like, I love well, you know, school plays a big role in it too, and you know, and so I was like, you know, let's just stick with boxing. I know I was gonna I want to do something that had. I'm a competitor, man. I like to compete. So I was like, man, I'm gonna do something that has to do with this. So I was like, man, let's do boxing. I'm gonna stick to it. Then I did that, trained for a little bit. Then I did Golden Gloves.
You Mexican descent?
Yes.
Man, you supposed to box, man. You built for boxing. Nah, so I came aware of you like I seen this kid for the first time. I would say 2 years ago or longer. You was fighting 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Cause I don't know how me and G hit it off. Maybe my little brother was at his gym. Or he was there after. I don't know how me and G hit it off, bro, but I really like your trainer a lot. And we was fighting.
Movida, right?
Movida. Yeah.
And Q had a fight somewhere, amateur fight. He was like, "Coach, check out my kid, man. This is the kid I was telling you about." I'm gonna look at him. And then you fought, and I seen all that. I said, "Boy, that's an unorthodox motherfucker right there." I said, it's gonna be hard for anybody to, fight him. And he's like, "Yeah, I know, but what you think?" I said, "Nah, man, I don't watch." And the fights I've been at, I watch and support them. But I like when I see guys. I don't like freestyling. But when I see guys unorthodox, but there's sense to what he's fighting, he's actually doing something. To somebody else, it may look like, this one.
He's using his mind.
Yeah. Right. So I could see that, and so now it's interesting. Now I got something to watch that's interesting, and about two years or better ago, I've been watching that, and I would always ask Gabe, What's your thing, bro? What's he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What's the plan, man? Because in this amateur thing, man, it's so fucking.
That's all you can do.
Amateur thing is a whole set of fucking aggravation.
It's a whole different world.
The pro thing is a whole set of aggravation, but it's two very different aggravations.
How you want to be aggravated?
Yeah, man. So,
but yeah.
How many fights you end up with as an amateur? So we going pro in March, right?
Yeah. So man, I think like 14 or 15. Something like that. Not much, because you got to realize, I've been boxing for 8 years, but I mean, I've only been competing maybe like 5 or 6 years.
Man, David Benavidez had, I think, 8 amateur fights. You know that?
Shit.
You know
that's one of my favorite fighters right now.
Me too. He had 8 fucking amateur
in the ring,
fights, bro.
That motherfucker's mean.
Oh no, he was born and bred on boxing because his brother, I think, was a touted amateur, but his body style and all that shit, they just went right in. You look at that. I seen the other day where Hurd had like, I think he said he was 32-6 or something as an amateur. Never won a national title or none of that shit. Some people are built to be successful as amateurs. Some people are built to be successful. One thing I'm proud of my guy for is I didn't know how to build amateur boxers. That ain't my background. Mm-hmm. So how he excelled at the amateur level is fucking amazing to me, because he never fought amateurish. And I think that's why it went underappreciated when he did beat so many people that people didn't understand why or couldn't understand what they were looking at, because Quentin would control the pace with movement and correctly timed shots
and quiet punches
and beat guys who were more athletically gifted, but you 1, 2, 3 and move, 1, 2, 3 and move, 1, 2, 3. How we gonna counter that shit and control the pace of this fight? So what he did at the amateur level was fucking amazing to me, And now, if you watch this pro fight so far, we dominated every fucking fight we've been in, and we fought some big boys, some skinny boys. We fought in Vegas. We fought, we fighting everybody, and this boy we fighting on next weekend is fucking 6'1", 152 pound big dude, and southpaw. We ain't took no easy scraps, man. But
I'm glad to hear that, because
But the thing about it is that this boxing thing, bro, it's so hard to navigate through. But I tell you, if you don't got a good fighter, it's even double hard navigate through, because you can't take the like we got a showbox day coming up. And last night they said last night Jim Gray told everybody showbox was meant for 2 undefeated fighters to fight. Yeah. If you look good, good. If you lose, all right. And that's a situation where you still gotta protect your guy and hopefully get to choose a good opponent, but you only get so much of choosing if you want the TV day.
Yeah. Did the Russian end up winning last night?
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. By decision?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was unleashing that right hand.
That was
did he switch it up?
He had no. I'm with you. That left hand had to be hurt or something, man. Because I've never seen two right-handed fighters, and one of them is throwing right hands. Yeah. All his hooks, uppercuts, everything is right-handed. Why he's standing right-handed? The fact that the
commentator,
the Hispanic kid, was that a Hispanic or a black kid he was fighting?
I don't know.
The fact that he couldn't beat a right-handed fighter who didn't throw a jab, that's a very bad hole in your shit, bro. Because he wasn't supposed to be able to do that, man. But
Finding one-handed.
because I'm looking at the Russian's so beatable is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But he just kept shooting them right hands, and it was puzzling, bro. It was like, why is this dude not? And it wasn't like he was. I mean, when you hit someone so often, sooner it starts hurting.
Yeah, but it wasn't hurting him. That's what I said. He ain't got no power.
That was a weird show last night. That's why I messaged you. I'm like, you looking at this shit, bro? I ain't never seen this shit in my life, man. Watching boxing 40 years. What the fuck is he doing? and it worked. It was working. And
well,
I tell you what,
it worked against him.
And Sugar Seals, Manny Stewart's nephew, the one who got Fury now, it was a crunk fighter, this Russian guy. And in the corner, sure enough, he was telling him, keep throwing that right hand, keep throwing. I'm like,
he's got a head.
I said, man is right. This dude's left hand must be shit. Something happened to he hurt it, sprained it, something. Because even when he would chunk it, it was bad. It was
just
nothing.
Fragile.
Yeah, it was nothing, man.
Hey, so how long have you and Coach Gabe been together?
I want to say about 3.5 years.
Okay.
I want to say about 3.5 years.
How's that relationship been? Great.
It's great, bro. He's like a big brother to me. Like seriously, we are family, bro. We're family.
That's what's up. So how was that conversation brought about to as far as did he come up to you and say, hey, what we're gonna do, or did you say, hey, I'm ready to turn pro?
It wasn't just me and him. Mm-hmm. It was people around us. Like, man, he starts off a little bit slow. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I'll give up the first round. I do have a winning record. I mean, I lost my fair share, but he starts a little slow, and then and so everybody's like, man, built more for the pros. So just hearing it, and I'm just like, I'm 20 years old, and I was like, the injuries kept me back a lot. And so I was like, I'm 20 years old, and I gotta be realistic. I'm not gonna build the amateur career like you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with years, probably, but I don't got that. So I just gotta go. We gotta go with the flow. And we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna let's just go pro.
Just so you know how remarkable a thing this kid of mine did. He never threw a fucking punch till he was 20 years old.
Yeah.
He got
I heard he was late. Yeah, that's what I heard.
And told me out his mouth, cause I was training his little brother and sister-in-law. Mm-hmm. His son who passed away, their uncle and aunt. And when he got out of jail, he asked them, y'all boxing? They was like, yeah, my coach is the best. And said, well, bring me over there. And their dad brought him over here. And he said, I'm going to be a boxer, man. I said, yeah, okay. And what I liked was he was built like I was at his age. So I knew exactly how he should fight, and it would fit my family's boxing. Mm-hmm. But then you got to see if the kid's going to stick to it. He coming out of prison, the motherfucker might be back and forth to jail depending on who he hang. And so we started, and I'll be damned, man. There was times he ran to the gym from his mother's house that was a couple miles away, and he took to my boxing like a duck to water. And it's funny because
just natural.
A few years later, he had said to me, Coach, I was like, who the fuck is this white guy? He ain't from here. I don't know if this shit's real. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to do what I'm gonna do. And I said, I found it funny. I got you. But that first week, Pastor, he said, if you train me, and kids always say this, the remarkable part is that it happened. Yeah. It's not that he said it, because everybody says it, right?
Yeah.
You know who's Amari?
Yeah.
Oh, you ought to hear the shit he tells me. But Quentin said in 2011, he said, if you train me, I'm going to be the number one 152-pound fighter in the nation. Probably the world. And I said, sure, okay. And I remember going home telling my wife, this fucking kid, you listen to this shit.
Number one.
5-6 years later, he's fucking number one in the nation. number 5 in the whole fucking world, 3 in the continent. I said, this fucking kid. And I told him, I said, you know, and I don't take no credit for that because, and Quentin kind of gets mad at me sometimes. I said, no, son, listen. I could teach anybody the fucking how to box. I said, but you had to do the shit. I said, nah, bro, that's all you. But, you little motherfucker, your word is gospel truth to me. Nah, I said, my favorite thing, I said, if you tell me we going to the moon, I'm packing my spacesuit, bro, because I expect to go to the fucking moon, bro, because don't nobody do that shit, man.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that he started so late. And to put it in context, what this young man just said, he's been an athlete all his life, fighting all his life, boxing, and he said, man, I'm 20, da, da, da. That's how unusual it is that what Quentin Randall did is fucking unusual, bro. And I don't think people put it in perspective. Take like with our guest last week, Austin Williams. Fucking kid been fighting 2-3 years. And look at him. 2-3 years.
Took the amateurs over.
These are special fucking kids, bro. And I'm gonna rock with them to the end, till their fucking wheels fall. Because I could be fans of everybody that I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think my kid gets credit in that way. I don't think people really realize. They probably think this kid been fighting since he was 8. That's why he's good, and now he's getting No, he might have wanted to box since he was there. He didn't box till 2011, bro. Shit. That's just amazing, man. So, and I'm telling you, he was built for the pros because that's all I know how to build.
Yeah.
I had to adjust my boxing for the amateur style of boxing, you know?
Yeah.
And so I don't think that you're wrong with what you're saying. I'm saying, that's the usual thing. If at 20, hey,
it's time to go.
Yeah, especially whenever I've been doing it all my life. Like, all right, man, let's do something.
Right. You know what you got, man. I'll tell you.
So tell us about this date. When's your debut fight?
We're trying to get lined up March 14th. So I'm with the LT Real Promotions, and I'm out
Conroe?
Channel View.
They got one in Channelview, Galveston, and then back in Conroe at the end of the year.
In Channelview. So have they found the opponent already or not yet?
I haven't heard anything on it. But
they got some time.
What class?
I'm gonna be going in at 154.
154.
Which will be the lightest I ever fought at.
What's it?
That would be the lightest I ever fought at. Was 154.
Yeah, that's one of my things I talked to your trainer about. With seeing you and seeing your style of fighting and stuff, it was my question. Was like, what? Because I think you could fight a certain weight. Man, Quentin has fought as high as 65, beating guys in the amateurs, but 52 was his weight class. But he got ranked at 2 of them weight classes. But we were never gonna fight middleweight in the fucking pros. He knew that out the gate.
Yeah.
And we went right to 47. You know, so his length and height and reach, you know, could be utilized. But he had to train his body. You know, he's a full grown man, bro. He's got to train his body to do that. And you don't want to have some mishaps. Not saying it's gonna happen. I don't know your body. You and your trainer do, but you don't want to put yourself in a position. In other words, be very comfortable on your debut. Be very comfortable on your debut. Hell, be very comfortable the first couple of fights. While you're doing that, start working toward that target weight, bro, that you're going to fight at, man. Because the difference between the guys you're going to fight at 0 to 10 as opposed to 15 to 20, if it's going right, it's night and day, bro. So you don't want to be in there.
Put yourself in the best position to win.
Yeah, you don't want to be in there with 100. Think about this. At 150, you said 54, junior middleweight, right? 154 or super welterweight, whatever sounds. But I put super welterweight. I think that's what they call it.
I can't keep up with classes. I'm like, man, I'll get confused.
It's ridiculous, man. But I like to say old school, get back to it, but then I explain why I say, nah, we can't do that either. But that, you're talking about Jared Hurd.
Yeah.
Jamel Charlo.
Some tall son of a bitch.
Yeah. Harrison. You're talking about 6-footers that's getting down to that weight. Them boys walking around 180 pounds, man, and that's a lot of man in the professional ranks. Once you get to ranking level, once you get to championship level. And truth is, special fighters can't fight up. They can't. A fighter needs to know he's special before he does that. See, Lil Floyd and all them dudes did that shit. What leg of their career were they on? They didn't do that shit out the gate. Lil Floyd was dominating motherfuckers at 126. He didn't come out there and fight a Canelo Alvarez at 152 pounds in his 126 body. So
and your body got to grow into that too.
Right. That's my only concern when we was talking, me and your trainer. I was like, well, what way? And he seems to know y'all have a plan. So I was like, yeah, man, this kid in the professional ranks, he needs to be working to get his weight down and maintaining the weight. Not living the lifestyle. Not blowing up, bro.
Yeah.
That'll slow you, man.
What do you walk around in?
Man, so if I'm fighting at 165, like 170. I've been as high as 175. But I've always been a naturally big dude. At some point, I think I was like 215 pounds.
Just your height.
Yeah.
No height.
I just didn't have no height.
Genetics, bro.
It's genetics. It's genetics. And,
look at this, though. Look at this. And words of wisdom, bro. Take your leave or whatever. You know what's just as bad as getting hit in the face and the head a lot?
Body.
Cutting your body, hurting your body, losing brain juice in the cuts instead of working your way down. You
fucking putting your body through the road.
How many people you seen lose their career on scales? You know, brain damage is what? That dehydration in the brain and shit, and abuse. You can still abuse. So if Riddick Bowe was over at 27 years old from getting hit in the head, having wars in the gym, right? And I would say I would lean towards Bam Bam Rios, another fan favorite that I love. Yeah. Used to look like death on that scale because he didn't have no. He must have. I don't know him. He must have didn't have much. In between fights, he didn't have much. What's the word I'm looking for?
Discipline.
He didn't have the discipline to see. So fuck it. I just said, bam. You take too many punches. You can't do that and fucking take too many punches, bro. You gotta live that lifestyle, man. You don't want that shit to happen.
And in all honesty, I take full,
responsibility.
Yeah, because as far my training has never lacked. My training never lacks. Like I said, I've been busy since I was a kid. So my training's never lacked. But it comes down to eating. It comes down to eating. It comes down to the eating, man. That's been the biggest thing for me. But going to the pro, like being more consistent with it, and I'm ready to start working my way down. So,
do you work or is G? You going full-time fighter?
I live, eat, and breathe this, man. When I wasn't like working like on my house or something like that, you know what I mean? I live in the gym, literally.
Okay.
So I mean,
you're not going to school, you don't have a job, you're focusing on boxing.
Yes, I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying. This ain't gonna help me financially right now. So I'm
fans out,
but yeah. There's some things that happen, with the flood and stuff where I didn't need a job, So for right now, but at this point, I'm like, okay, started for a job. You know what I mean? So
I tell you, man, train yourself, train the mind part. Like you have to in the food department and living that Spartan existence, man, and give yourself the best chance. Best chance with these guys, man. I had little Ray in here the other day, and I said, Ray Tali. Yeah, my man, A-Leaf Ali. I told him, I said, say, bro, one shot, bro. One hesitation, one slip up. Night. Anybody can get it. Joe Louis been knocked out. Anybody can be knocked out. And that can sit. That doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You just don't want to learn that lesson on your performance. Inside the ring if you can help it. So same thing, that training yourself to eat right and to no, I'm not gonna put that fucking sugar in my body. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get them fake energy and all that shit, man. And you already know how to fight. You're already tough. I done seen you get hit. you already tough. You ain't got no backup. Get that under wraps, man. You got some shit to play with, man.
And the thing is, I can be strict when I want to. I'll be like, all right, let's cut it out. I can be behind my word. Yeah, when I focus, I can be behind what I do. And I was like, all right, let's cut that shit out. So then we do it. Then I make fight weight. But there's been some times where I wait too late, and so come fight weight, I'm like, my body's dehydrated and I'm tired, no legs. You know what I mean? So, but I've done that to myself. I'm not putting that on nobody else but myself.
Facebook, we are live here at the Grind Boxing Academy, Soap Boxing Live with the Apostle ARIAS. Talking about his amateur career, heading into his pro debut.
I like that. The Apostle ARIAS. That sounds like we got a special motherfucker in here, boy.
Hey,
send in your donation. We gonna send the healing right through the microphone. No. I seen some shit like that on church TV shows, man. That's crazy. I see one dude say, send him some money and he'll put like the letters on the pile and pray on the pile. Boy, them people are nuts, man.
Let me play this real quick.
Them old people be sending all their social security checks.
If you guys are looking for any audio for your truck accessories, check out CJ Sounds.
Water still froze.
CJ Sounds, go check them out. They got 2 locations, one in Katy, and both of them in Katy actually. There's the address, CJ Sounds. Y'all hit them up. And we also do have sponsorship and promo spots available. Reach out to us. Alright. So we got the pro debut, February 14th.
Who's some of your fighters, man, that you look up to, boxers?
Yeah.
That you enjoy or just in general?
Well, coming up out of martial arts and having that stop. Man, Roy Jones is the man for me. Roy Jones is the man. Roy Jones is the man.
Roy Jones is the conduit through all y'all guys. All that generation. Yeah. He's the guy, brother.
The media did a great job.
They say his name more so than anybody. That makes sense though.
He was the king of the ring for
wow,
in the 90s.
Oh wow! I would say
he was doing everything that Canelo was doing. He did it first. And when he moved up, got the heavyweight. He went up every fucking weight division.
Yeah, he started in middle, went up to light heavy,
beat Ruiz,
beat John Ruiz.
Man, I'll never forget that night.
You can't take away the X win and the James Toney win. I would say them two stuck out more so than anything he did.
What about that Tober fight?
It went the way I wanted it to go. But Roy Jones. We was on two Roy Jones shows in the 90s, man, and he was to see his physical prowess, bro, up close, and you understand. I was there when he fought Reggie Johnson, and I was there when he fought Virgil Hill. Virgil Hill was a great light heavyweight champion, but he was at that point he was so he had such a physical advantage with his athleticism and reflexes and speed, and it was something to see, man. He absolutely like trainers, man. Just like trainers, I put fighters in categories, right? In fighters, you have the athletic greats, and then you have the ring generalship greats, the scientists, and the athletes. I think with trainers, they fall into 2 categories: the scientific trainer as well as the athletic trainer. You got trainers that fuck all that thinking. You got to be the best in shape, and all last just do. You know what I'm saying? That's really
that's a method for some people.
That's a method, and they've put out great champion.
And you
world
can't knock
champion.
it. Yeah, you can't knock it.
World champion. So that's the same way I look at fighters, man. And when you got a guy like a Roy Jones Jr., I mean, even if you are a better fighter, it's like if you allow yourself, if you're not gonna stay intelligent and counter his speed, and try to, it's like these guys try to keep up with him. Well, you lose. That's how you lose. So it was a lot of shit. This is Quentin too. Saying y'all, that was his guy.
That's
Roy Jones.
one of the big super fights. You know, you always have in fantasy fights. I would have loved to see Mike Tyson fight Roy Jones. I don't know how that would have happened, but
I do. We may believe in like, we talking about the shot Tyson. The shot Tyson?
No, prime, both.
That ain't no fight, man.
Tyson kills him.
Yeah. It's a reason you're a heavyweight, bro.
That.
It's a reason you're a heavyweight. And now that you know that Roy, he ain't got the best chin in the world. You just couldn't hit it. You just couldn't hit it, man.
That was the thing.
But back then, that wasn't that the talk back then?
That was Roy Jones talk. He was selling that shit. Why he wouldn't fight Bernard Hopkins and all them, he was gonna fight Mike Tyson. That's the business of boxing. Not saying Roy Jones afraid of anybody, but that's silly, man. Mike Tyson, it's sad. Like I hear people say Lennox Lewis, how great is that? He beat Mike Tyson. That has nothing to do with how great Lennox Lewis was. Tyson was done, bro. Tyson was done in the first Holyfield fight. It's just that Holyfield was done too, and he don't get enough credit for being the second Holyfield. That was the second. That wasn't that young Holyfield.
No.
People thought Holyfield was gonna get murdered in that ring. So it's like you got to put these guys in perspective, man. I love Mike Tyson like I love, just as much as everybody.
And that was another one too.
Yeah, this guy, bro, was like a fucking superhero when I was a kid, man. You didn't think anyone could beat. I thought my dad would whoop anybody except Mike Tyson. I said, shit, but again, that's a child. That's the hype. That's the unknown. That's the ignorant opinion of an unlearned. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, man. At the end of the day, 5'10", turned 18 pounds, 15 pounds when he was prime, when he was just raring to go, and 87, 88. The fights we talking about is in 96, 98, and shit like that. That wasn't the Mike. That wasn't the Mike. That was the name Mike Tyson you was fighting, man. And I thought Mike did the right thing when he walked away. Look, man, if I can't beat these fucking bums, man, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right. What's the point?
Well, he couldn't beat himself mentally.
Right.
That's a good point.
Tyson was a like Ali, for different reasons, but like Ali, they were bigger than the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you had people still thinking. And they had people thought he could beat Lennox Lewis, bro, and Holyfield and shit. And I'm like, okay, man. You know what I'm saying? That's if he hits anybody can get knocked out, but that shit don't make sense on paper, bro. But you gotta, those guys transcended boxing, bro. Very, very, very bigger than boxing. You pound for pound right now, top 3. Who you got?
You got your questions about. Everybody has their questions about Loma, but right now Loma is one of my favorites.
Loma, Checo.
And in the past, I've been a critic of Canelo, but man, here the past 3 years, Canelo is.
Why do you think?
And
why do you think Canelo gets so much slack?
So much what?
Slack. As far as
Flack.
or flag, slack.
So much criticism. Is what he's saying.
Hey, but I mean, before the reason but I was a kid. That you said the ignorant side, and as a kid, I was like, he's kind of boring. Whenever, but that was a couple years ago. I'm like, man, he's kind of boring to watch. Man, I couldn't couldn't understand the hype
I don't
behind
think
him.
he's born. I think
But
he takes
I'm saying a couple years
Security.
ago.
So it was something about like why he didn't take to him.
Right.
Yeah, at first I was like, man, he's kind of boring. His style is like, meh. You know what I mean? But, you know, being a kid, that's why I drew to somebody like Roy Jones. That's why I drew to somebody like Mike Tyson. Because I was they're fun to watch. You know what I mean? But then he started learning to appreciate boxing, and then I'm just like, you know. But right now, he's a man. He's a man right now. And right now recently I had Bud up there too. But I had Bud actually before Canelo, but here past Bud's 2-3 fights. I was like, I think I'll replace him with like, so I'm like, he went close. He went easily from like number 2 to like number 6 for me, because to be honest, I don't even think he could beat Errol Spence. So right now,
Right.
and but as far as like pound for pound, I'm really a big fan of that David Benavidez.
Yeah, that dude. He's fun to watch. That's a big dude, bro. That's a big dude, bro. He fights at 68, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that dude's bigger than me.
He's like 6'2".
We saw him in Vegas. We took pictures with him.
Yeah. He's bigger than me, bro. And like, not size wise, but height. Like, that's a big fucking guy, bro, for a super middleweight, man. That's a rough fight for anybody. And then the way,
but yeah, at the same time, I have Canelo over him. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, Canelo, you want to fight that man?
Every fight above 154 pounds is dangerous for Canelo. He's a little guy. Yeah. Every fight above that, he can get beat. It's just a matter of the guy beating him.
Yeah.
And that's the entertainment value with Canelo Alvarez. Like, this fucking kid is literally doing something. This dude was a welterweight.
He shouldn't be doing.
This dude is a welterweight, bro, who knocked out the light heavyweight champion of the world. You got to be like, that shit wasn't done since like fucking Hank Armstrong and shit. You know, Harry Greb went from welterweight or middleweight and whooped the heavyweight champion of the world. That shit's old school like a motherfucker, man. We ain't never seen that.
And the fights that have been close for Canelo, so a lot of times I thought he lost. I was like, but you know, he's Canelo. But I'm just like, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the ride. Yeah, exactly. Just watch and appreciate it, man. Just what he's doing.
Lomachenko, they signed that Lopez fight, huh?
Did they?
Yeah, I think so.
That's gonna be good.
What you think about them boys?
What I think about Teo?
Teo
or the fight?
Both of them. What you think about him as a fighter? And
I said Loma pound for pound skill wise, but I'm just like, man, I don't know. The Teofimo will catch anybody. I think that's always been the question with Loma. So
he's a little guy stepping up too.
Yeah, but man, Teo's a beast. As far as skill wise, is he ready for the fight? I don't know. He's still a little bit too young, but you know, at the same time, he has a really good chance.
I like gassing that fight up.
Yeah.
But I like Teo. So
I like him too. I
like him a lot.
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining.
I like, you know, like with Dan and the dad could settle down a little bit. You know, I told my fighter, listen, man, I'll talk with the best of them if I wanted to. I'm not gonna get up on that and become a center of attention and put more pressure on you to perform when I ain't gonna be getting hit in the fucking mouth. What the fuck? That shit's almost silly, like.
Yeah.
And so when these guys dad, I get the pride part of it. That's your son.
Yeah.
You think he's the best thing going, and he's an ass kicker. So, but bro, you writing some contracts for these boys, man. That
putting that pressure on your son.
Yeah,
you're not the one in there.
No, I don't agree with that. You ask me opinions on fights, I'll give it to you, but I ain't gonna say that. Oh, my guy's gonna knock you out. I guarantee. Nah, man, fuck. It's enough pressure just being. The difference between an amateur fight and a professional fight at the top level is night and fucking day, bro. It's like I heard Aaron's guy who he fought Leo Santa Cruz, and they dropped the decision. That kid from Houston, forgive me, y'all. Shit, I know the kid. I'm just tripping. I know exactly who I'm thinking of, but you know, he was telling people, he said, man, y'all don't understand. When you gotta go fucking week early. I gotta find a gym to stay sharp at, then media obligations, and then you gotta get up here and do that, make the weigh in, talk some more, do all. It ain't the same thing as your amateur fights where you yeah, worried about it, show up, weigh in, come back later on in the afternoon and fight 3 rounds.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different world, man. And those fathers know that because they've been doing it with their sons, man.
Miguel Flores.
Flores, that's what I was trying to say. Put that extra pressure on these boys, man. It's enough pressure, man.
Yeah.
It's enough pressure on these guys, man. But
you got your social media pages all set up and everything?
Yeah, I got it, you know.
Where can people go find you and follow you?
Instagram, Apostle 12 Aries, and then on Facebook it's just Apostle Aries, and that's all I really got. Yeah, that's all I really got.
I'll share. I'm gonna share some of this stuff on our sites. Tonight we got J. Rock Williams versus Banana Man. Damn, I can't think of this guy. Reeves. He's a Puerto Rican. He's a Puerto Rican. And then who else we got? Last night we had some. Man, what you making? Hey, okay. So you seen the WBC made a statement.
About old girl?
Germana, how you say his name? Her name?
Jimenez.
My bad. Jimenez? Okay. WBC said she gave birth at 20 to her daughter, and she's passed every fucking test she had to pass on the way to this vital test. Now, here was my thing.
Did she?
That's what they said. Here's my thing.
Rosario tonight.
Rosario, that's his name. My thing is, I don't know shit about PEDs, right? And I ain't never fucked with that, and I wouldn't let my fighters do it. If they doing it without my knowledge.
Okay, so we're conceding that she is a
woman.
Okay, so we're conceding that.
Well, I never did think she wasn't a woman, but that's been the blowback, that she's a real fucking man. But I seen that picture of her when she was a heavyweight and she was feminine. You can see attractive or not, it doesn't matter. You're round, you're feminine. I can see she was a woman. So, I know of no kind of way that a woman's voice will drop and grow facial hair, get... other than hormone therapy, other than upping testosterone and blocking your estrogen, that's your body. So my question was, and not to sling accusations because I'm ignorant on PEDs, I'm ignorant on steroids, all that. I don't know. Yeah. But the only women who do that is them competition bodybuilding women whose face starts getting a jawline, and they're talk like a dude. So my question is, if the stink with Canelo was a fucking Bronco lady he was taking, but she's upping her testosterone, you motherfuckers lost y'all mind because this dude was taking this fucking
whatever
hunger suppressant. I know exactly what it is. I take it for asthma, but it makes you not hungry. And it gives you energy. So you work out. That's what he do. So I'm like, and people lost their fucking mind. Now the WBC has cleared him up since too. Yeah. So what's the truth? I don't know. I think if it's in you, it's in you. How it got in you, I don't know. It probably goes to levels. We got to see the levels. Maybe if I did my own blood work and see how much of it's in me, then I would know what he take. Yeah. But he hasn't been tested since. Positive for that shit, and even the B sample during that time was negative for the shit. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there, because I'm not defending Canelo. I say he cheated. That's what I say. I say he took something that'll make him not eat because he was trying to make weight.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
He got caught. Don't do that shit no more. That's a huge difference than taking a fucking steroid, bro, so you can fucking punch harder or faster or whatever like a baseball player.
Agreed.
Night and day difference. Are they both illegal? Yeah, it's illegal. So, but this broad, because I don't know no other way, if this broad is pumping a body with fucking hormones, blocking estrogen, and upping testosterone in the name of transgenderism or anything, I don't know. Well, she's never said she wasn't trying to be a woman, so I'm not putting that on her either. I'm trying to figure out how is that, even let's just say if she was taking some estrogen blocker, right? To keep her female shit down. So she could lose that weight because she was a heavyweight. I don't know if you seen the picture of her when she was a big
No,
heavyweight.
I didn't.
Way heavier.
What? She was a heavyweight.
Yeah.
She's the first Mexican heavyweight champion. You didn't see when they slid that in there, huh? I said, ain't that a bitch, Andy? You fucked over all of us. So, but she was heavyweight champion before he did. Nobody just didn't care.
Okay.
So, clearly she's a woman. Clearly now, it's dramatic. The change is fucking dramatic.
Yeah, I
dude.
seen that.
How is that fair? If she's doing hormone therapy, even in the name of cutting weight, how is that fair when Franchine, and I'm not making an excuse, Franchine signed the contract, bro.
Right.
She knew who that girl was, took the fight and lost. But if she has a genetic advantage, like Franchine gotta beat her girl parts to be in shape, right? The estrogen and all that. She's got to be, and you're not, because how's that fucking fair, dude?
It's not, and it needs to be addressed.
And it's not, see, I don't like when people jump straight to, that's a man fighting. No, it's not. It's a broad. She had a fucking baby. It's a broad, bro.
Well,
She's just done.
If you get filled up with testosterone, you're becoming a man.
That's the thing. It does change. It changes their jawline. It changes their facial features. All that shit, bro.
What
because
makes
you
a
get
man? Testosterone.
well, joint and pills, right?
Well, that too, but
but seriously, I'm like, you know, and I still think the Gwo beats the shit out of her. I don't give a fuck what she weighs, but I just, man, see, we're getting into that line, that blurred line that they trying to blur, and you're not gonna blur that shit with me, bro. I'm never gonna be confused about what's male, what's female, because it's science. It ain't. I didn't do it. You didn't do it. You if you're born male, you're born male. Now there is hermaphrodites that are born fucked up. I knew one. I knew one in New Orleans. This boy was born with both parts. And the doctors had to make the decision
which way to go
to give him therapy, hormone therapy, to bring the male out, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what they did. I met him as an adult male, and this dude was fucked mentally. Because he wasn't an aggressive dude. He wasn't, he had none of our, even a pussy dude will be energized about football, you know, or their favorite boxer. They'll show some male shit. And this poor bastard, bro.
Nothing.
It was something to see, bro. I mean, he was soft as soft could be. You could see he's a dude. And then that's what he told me. He was like, man, when I was born, bro. So his shit was fucked up. Those people exist. But that's not the same as a woman being a woman and doing therapy. Yeah. See, I don't know where the line is. And maybe if we had the chance to talk to her, she could explain to me. But as long as it ain't I wasn't taking testosterone and shit, we could talk. If at any point you upping your testosterone or whatever, because I don't understand steroids, then that's not fair, bro. That's not fair to a woman, man. You fighting a woman.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But the WBC made
they want to see that fight. They want to see the Clarissa.
Clarissa's gonna knock that girl out because that girl ain't gonna be able to keep up with her boxing, and she's gonna be right there getting hit in the face, pink, pink, and she's finally gonna kill over.
So I was watching. You have Layla Ali talking recently about how she'll come out if the money's right.
Yeah.
And my first thought is Ali will beat her. And I said, let me go back and watch some videos. So I was watching some of Ali's fights, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, she got some fundamentals down. She got some. She knocked the girls out. I said, let me go watch Clarissa fight. I said,
Layla Ali wins in the spokesmodel.
Yeah.
And the spokesmodel marketing thing.
All that shit.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. And that's no shot against.
And she's like Clarissa. It reminds me of she's the female version of Wilder, as far as the energy that she brings. She comes in there. She's trying to fucking destroy. She overwhelms everybody. She's trying to destroy.
That's why she ain't got knockouts. Yeah. If she would have some patience and calm, she would catch these girls slipping. But she's
coming in.
Yeah, she's coming throwing combination shots. Yeah. And if she would shoot that jab and wait a little bit,
bring something behind it.
She would
get like Layla.
And she will as she keeps going. She'll do. Listen, man.
Up the money. You need 40. You need 40 to fight.
You can't pay the thing about it, she priced herself out with the 10 million because it doesn't. Female boxing don't make enough money to cover that. Nobody's gonna make the money back off of it, so it'll never happen. Will Layla Ali fight her? Sure. If you gave her $10 million, you fucking right she'll fight. Who would? Layla Ali is a vicious competitor, but more than that, she's a big fucking girl, bro. Yeah. Layla Ali's like 5'11", damn near 6 foot. Yeah. She's a big, strong woman, and she could fight.
Right.
Clarissa Shields, son, is the fucking GOAT, bro. Yeah. She ain't proved it yet, but she's calling herself that, so I'm calling her by a nickname. Before it's over with, she's gonna be the fucking GOAT, bro. This fucking girl is skilled, man. Let me tell you, the only girl I got above her in the history of female boxing that I know of is Lucia Riker. And because if you go back and look at her, what she accomplished, Muay Thai kickboxing and boxing and shit, I see it, but she's not the size of Clarissa.
We need more competitiveness. We need someone to come out from the dark and challenge her and really test her.
Well, we need these cavemen too we need these cavemen fans because they just fucking fans because boxing people love good boxing. It don't matter who the fuck's fighting if it's good boxing. And when you got people like Clarissa Shields, the Hammer, even the girl Clarissa just beat, these women could fight, bro. These are fighting women, man. For Frenchon and Jimenez. These girls, that was an action-packed fight from round one. Ding! They talk about they just want two people to stand there and punch. That's all they did. But when you see stuff like Clarissa, man, that is two-time Olympic gold medalist. Man, the girl's in her 20s, right? 20, how old can she be? She was young than everybody. She probably 25 years old, maybe. She's gonna be around a while, man.
I'm a really big fan of that. I don't really pay attention too much to it, but Katie Taylor.
That's another.
I love watching
from Scotland, right, or England,
something like that.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, I watched like 3 or 4 fights, and like, wow, she's very, very good. She's better than most men.
Sanisa Marlene, that was a big fight.
That was beautiful.
A rematch is gonna be even bigger, man. We got them young girls. What's our girl we had in here with Jessie? Jessie's gal. I'm just drawing a blank. I'm sorry because I speak to her on Facebook all the time. But the thing is, these girls can really fight, man.
Yeah.
These girls can really fight, dude. If you appreciate fighting, then you want to see good fighters. You want to see good fighters, bro. So
Carmen
Vargas. But guess what, man? Guess what? That's just talk, man. I hated that because at that second Olympics day, Clarissa won the gold. Serena shunned her, bro. Like she tried to talk to her. Like Serena Williams was like her female hero, athletic hero. Because she went public with this. I just read what she said. And Serena was like, gave her the gas face, like. And so she was like, man, that broke my heart, you know. So Layla Ali's the great, you know, is my hero. She boxed, she carries herself well. And now look, they done gassed this shit up to where Layla's saying she would knock her out for the right money and all. And that's part of boxing. I would like to see Clarissa say, okay, you know, hey, it's my time. You had your time. We can't fight. But that ain't Clarissa, bro. Clarissa's gonna be like
that. There's no one else to take the attention away from that. Who the fuck can Clarissa talk about? I mean, yeah, there's minutes, and I'm sure eventually they're gonna make that fight happen.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna have.
Clarissa fought Franchon. They gonna fight. Yeah. That's gonna happen because that's the only marketable fight. Right. What I don't want Clarissa Shields to do is go fuck with that fucking MMA, man. Because the problem is in a year you can't learn enough ground defense with these motherfucking people. And that girl's not gonna stand with you. They think she's some hell of a puncher over there, but that's what she is, a puncher. These ain't boxers, man. Right. It's a different thing, man. Boxing in MMA, you guys are punching, man. The distance is different because y'all gotta watch for these kicks.
The stance is different. The hand position is different.
Hey, perfect example. We got a martial artist right here, and I just know that from looking. Right. Oh, this dude, like when Conor was doing it, I was a Conor fan. And I said, man, this is funny to watch these MMA guys so passionate that Conor McGregor is gonna get in the ring with the greatest fighter of a fucking generation, and they think he can win. That's fucking hilarious to me, man. And they thought he could win. I said, so y'all think Floyd Mayweather could go jump in that fucking cage and whoop Conor McGregor?
Hell no.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
But yet it ain't insane. You know why? Because y'all think y'all box. Y'all don't box. Y'all punch. That's a whole nother thing. It's so different of a sport. I think people get fucked up because it's both fighting.
No, it's
so
two different
fucking
crafts.
different,
It's two different crafts.
And so somebody like a Clarissa Shields, who I'm sure confidence and everything plays such a fucking role. She's so dominant. So you go over there, get tied in a knot, and have to tap out or go to sleep. Now what?
Or get clipped because you're trying to fucking
walk into like some kind of kick a knee or something.
Yeah.
You know, so if I was management, talk that shit all you want, while I find another boxing match. You know what I'm saying? While I find another boxing
Keep y'all occupied over here.
Yeah. When do it like every other boxer who once their paydays is gone and they don't have nothing else, then go talk Dana White, then get beat up in the cage so they can say they better than boxing. That's what you need to do because
go to UFC, then go WWE.
Yeah, all that shit, man. I don't want to see in the cage with them girls, man, because that's a. Now I do got a partner trained jiu-jitsu, and he was like, he feels boxing is such a specific sport, like art.
Yeah.
He said, I think you can learn to wrestle quicker than you can learn to box. Boxing takes, his words, not mine. He said boxing takes, that's like a lifelong endeavor. It's so intricate because it's just one thing. It's just one thing. But he's like, a motherfucker can go train for a year or two
to do
wrestling and takedowns and learning shit if you're an athlete, and then go get you a run in the mixed martial arts. Yeah. He said, but a mixed martial artist can't just go learn boxing in a year and compete with boxers. And I said, fuck, I agree, bro. I totally agree. And he was like,
science.
Yeah, that's just a science, but it's so much a science over there because wrestling's a science, jiu-jitsu's a science. Kickboxing's a science. All that shit's a science, and you trying to do it all at once. That's why they champions keep revolving, bro. Because how can you be a master of 5 fucking things, bro, at one time? You can't.
You're not.
You can't.
You're not.
All right, we an hour and a half deep.
All right, so March 14th, my man Alfonso, he checked in earlier. We got Apostle's debut, man. Hopefully I'm there.
Yeah. We'll channel you. We'll go out there and support. We'll do the show. We'll see. But
then catch you after you maximize out.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Do a live interview. You got our support. You know you got it. I had an open invite to Gabe since we started the show last year. So you know, anytime y'all got something going, just hit me up, Coach. We, whatever. Got the shirts in or whatever. All right, let's tell everybody. But I'm excited, man. This kid can fight. He's got something. Unorthodox ain't the word I'm looking for, but he brings his own stuff to the table, man, which makes a difference, man. The problem with fighting guys is when everybody is ABC 1, 2, 3. Then it comes down to athletic prowess. When you bring something different to the table. Have you seen this shit before? Do you know what to do with it? He's fun to watch, man. I watched the amateur fights.
And then Gabe really showed me how to, because I'm capable of so much athletically. You know what I mean? Not really having a style, being able to adapt,
not caging,
being able to take what I'm given, and just because I have learned to box. If you watch when I first started, man, you would see like, whoa, that's a mixed martial artist in there. Whenever he came around,
about 3 years ago when I first seen you box, I was like, man, that's a lot of movement. You're doing a lot of movement right now. Yeah. But
he settled in.
You and Gabe been together how long now?
About 3.5 years.
Yeah, so
he settled into his boxing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How many fighters y'all got up there? You pro is the other guy with y'all?
I know who you're talking about. Man, you
talking about the pro?
My mind's tripping, bro.
Adrian.
He trains by y'all, or is that another gym?
I think he's at another gym. We spar and stuff.
I just seen
he's still movie that family. So
Gabe in the ring before. I didn't know if y'all was up there together.
Yeah,
but Yeah, man. That's March the 14th. LT Ray, Apostle ARIAS.
Apostle ARIAS, yeah.
Lone Star.
I don't know why I say
Hard hitters. Texas hard hitters.
Yes, sir. Texas hard hitters.
It's in Cairo. Or what's
It's in Porter. It's in
Porter, Texas.
Porter, Texas.
Porter, Texas.
Y'all looking for a good gym, man? Go see my dude Gabe, man.
Go check him out on his social media pages.
Yes, absolutely, man.
And we'll keep y'all posted on his pro debut on February 14th.
And I say J-Rock embarrasses
March.
this.
March 14th. I'm sorry.
J-Rock embarrasses this boy.
Yeah.
I'm a J-Rock fan, bro.
J-Rock tonight.
Y'all tune in on Fox. PVC.
That's a wrap. I'm going to leave y'all with this little commercial, and we'll sign out.
All right.
There we go.